Well, we're back once again after another subpar episode of Monday Night Raw. And I'm just here thinking, what the hell am I supposed to review? Really? What the fuck am I supposed to review? Was that show worthy of a review? Hell no, it wasn't. There was like 3 things that happened and that was it. I'm really getting tired of Raw. Because, see, here's the thing, okay? Smackdown Live is an excellent show. It may not always be perfect, it may not always be great, but you know what? They tell stories and they actually do things that matter. Here on Monday Night Raw, it's just fuck all. We don't give a fuck about a storyline. We don't give a fuck if somebody looks weak or if somebody needs work or not. We call people up when it doesn't make sense. I just don't understand it. I really don't. I'm really getting sick and tired of these 3-hour Raws that we have to sit through to get 1 or 2 little nuggets out of it that we can say, oh, well, Raw wasn't that bad because this happened. No, fuck that. I'm tired of that. Okay? Yes, there was a few things that happened on Raw that were enjoyable for me. But at the same time, the other 95% of Raw was just filler. For no reason. It didn't make sense. And then you got... I'm about to just go off. I'm really tired of this. Every week, it's the same story. I gotta sit here and pick and choose what parts of this show I'm gonna review. Why? Because WWE doesn't seem to give a fuck about their Monday Night Raw show, the 3-hour show, where they have time to tell stories. But yet SmackDown, who doesn't have the same exact time that Raw does, is still able to tell stories and have good matches in the span of 2 hours, while Raw has 3 hours to do it, and they just waste the time on nothing. I'm not going to be up here long, because there's not much to freaking review. Alright, we got a good match between Samoa Joe and Cesaro. After that, Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn, brawled or whatever. That was fine. Roman Reigns died at the end of Raw. So rest in peace, the Roman and the Reigns. Him and Braun Strowman, they were having a contract signing. Why? I don't know, because Braun wanted him to sign a contract so he couldn't back out of their match. They were fighting before they could even sign it. They fought into the crowd. Reigns speared Strowman through the damn barricade by the timekeeper. A security guard died. Everybody was dead. I don't know where JoJo was. She got the hell up out of there. Reigns got into the ring to sign the contract. Strowman gets back up. Yeah, he got speared through a damn barricade, gets back up, and he yells at Reigns, "Is that all you Is that all you got? That's it?" Reigns is looking like, what the hell? So Strowman gets into the ring. Reigns hits him with a Superman punch, but as he's about to set up for the spear or whatever, this man Strowman throws him into the turnbuckle, and the turnbuckle snapped. It snapped off. The top turnbuckle snapped off, and it sounded like an explosion, and it knocked Reigns back, and I thought he died. Nope, he did die. I don't care if he signed the contract after that. He died. He's dead. He's gone. No more Reigns. Nope. There you go. You got your wish. No more Reigns. And it's funny, because after Reigns speared him through the barricade, I'm pretty sure I heard a Roman Reigns chant. Don't you guys hate Roman Reigns? But yet you want to chant him now? But yet when Seth Rollins came out, he got a lackluster pop. I could barely tell that the fans even missed this man or even care about him. He didn't get a big pop. He got a mediocre pop, but for somebody like him who's gone through what he's gone through, and everybody claims they love Seth Rollins and they just hate Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns sure did get a bigger pop than Seth Rollins did tonight. But anyways, so yeah, Reigns died. And then, speaking of Seth Rollins, so, he was talking about his injury or whatever, and whatever happened at the hands of Samoa Joe. Corey Graves was interviewing him. He came out, knee brace, crutch gimmick. You already know he was hurt. Even if it's a work, he was selling it. So he pretty much says he doesn't think he's going to be at WrestleMania because the doctors won't clear him. That's when Triple H comes out, cuts a godly promo. Please learn from this man. You really need to learn from him. He gets to the ring, stands on the ring apron, and, as Seth Rollins is, heating up, getting angry, he's like, "Oh, you remember Samoa Joe, right?" And he turns around. Samoa Joe's out on the outside of the ring behind Seth Rollins. I was like, where the hell did he come from? This man teleporting like Goku out here. Didn't see him pop up out of whatever. The camera angles they did were perfect because I did not see any trace of Samoa Joe at all. So Samoa Joe's out there for God knows what. I guess just to add emphasis to the fact that Triple H means business. He cuts this golly promo on Seth saying, he gave him the world and Seth had it and he bragged about it, got the championship. And, Triple H said he told everybody that Seth was the man, he was the future, but now he's just the past. He's washed up, just like every other superstar that is past their prime or whatever, and he no longer needs him. He used him, but at the same time, Seth benefited from him using him. So it wasn't just like Seth was just getting used and he got nothing out of it. So, he needs to remember who his creator is and all this stuff. And then he warns him not to show up at WrestleMania, or that'll be the last thing he ever does. And as he's leaving, after ending this man's career on the mic, Seth tells him that he'll be at WrestleMania, and if that'll be the last thing he ever does, is going to be the last thing that Triple H ever does. And that was cool. That was a nice little promo segment. I appreciated that, and it pretty much gave us clarity what's going to happen going into WrestleMania. But let's get back to Raw being terrible, because it was terrible. I should have drank some damn bleach like I put on Twitter. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know. I just sat through this whole 3-hour show and I didn't feel fulfilled after it was over. I didn't. I really didn't. I can't really take this show and say it was a good show. I can't do it. I took notes. I really did. I stopped taking notes. We had what? Big Show versus the damn Shining Stars. The New Day did this horrible reference to the damn Oscars. And, because I guess something happened at the Oscars last night where one film won over the other. And they said it was a Steve Harvey moment, if you guys know what that means. Steve Harvey moment. They tried to do that. The execution for that was terrible. That had Vince and Kevin Dunn written all over it. Yeah, we had 3-minute cruiserweight matches. Even though I'm interested in, the storylines of some of them, they're not giving them enough time. I do like what they're doing with Tozawa and Kendrick. I do like that, but they're not giving them enough time to have these matches. Bayley got pinned by Nia Jax. Alicia Fox. Rusev and Jinder Mahal face the New Day once again. They keep calling this man Hard Body Mahal. I have no reason why they're calling him that. That just sounds extra creepy. And Big Cass beat Luke Gallows. What is there to talk about? There's nothing to talk about. This is supposed to be the go-home show for Fastlane. Do you guys feel excited for Fastlane? Because I sure as hell don't. I really don't. I don't give a damn about Fastlane. Only thing I know is that Kevin Owens isn't losing his title. And I said that he was probably going to lose his title to Goldberg. I don't think so anymore. And I'll talk about it in my predictions video in a few days. But I just don't think that Kevin Owens is going to lose his title. Something's going to happen. I don't think he's just going to pin Goldberg. But at the same time, I don't think that Goldberg is going to have the Universal Championship. We'll talk about that later. Raw sucked. Raw was ass. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. I know the review wasn't much. I know it was a lot of negativity. I apologize for that, but blame WWE. They keep giving us crap shows, and we got to come up here and review this and try to pull something positive out of a 95% negative show. It's not that intriguing to have to sit here and be like, okay, well, that was good. I could talk about that. I should be able to review the show as a whole. I know everything isn't going to be perfect, but at the same time, you can't tell me that I'm supposed to put 5% of this show into my review and the other 95% is just whatever. I'm not going to review it because it's not good enough. WWE doesn't care. They really don't. They really don't care, and it's showing with their product. They're just there to make money pretty much. They don't care about the story. But on Smackdown, we get better programming. We get better stories. We get better matches. Things make sense. They get you excited for the pay-per-views coming up. I'm more excited for WrestleMania on the SmackDown side than I am for Fastlane on Raw. And Fastlane's next week. Or this Sunday, actually. So, what does that tell you? It just doesn't make any sense. I said it last week. Raw just does things. SmackDown tells stories. And they do things that make sense. So that's it for the Raw review. I'm sorry, it was only like 10, 11 minutes, but I just can't. I can't sit up here and try to pull a bunch of positives from a negative show. Raw gets a D for me. Tonight's show is a D. Even with, the good match between Samoa Joe and Cesaro, even with the Seth Rollins thing, even with Roman Reigns dying, it didn't save the show for me. It didn't. I'm sorry. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for listening to this rant, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow when we get a good episode of Smackdown. I'm already predicting it's going to be a good show, so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.